into every fucking word. Car, the word is VA. H-V-A. How the fuck do you get a K into that word? Have you wondered that? What, did they have a retarded teacher that was walking along and banged his head into a mountain, slid down in that field and car there? That looks like a H. No, that there is a K. I know the alphabet. G-K. Fucking retarded. And the weird thing about that place, when they actually have a word that does have a K, they don't even say it. They say things like isha. That's retarded. And even that I can understand. That's a weird thing. Even that I can understand. Okay, they had a retarded teacher. That dialect I can understand. And then I guess a lot of the other dialects come out of the fact that you didn't have the word. The word didn't exist in Norwegian, so you had to make up a Norwegian one. And I can sort of understand that. Like, the word for bicycle in Norway is sykkel. Right? Okay, this is really weird now. I go smooth and you're like, yes, that's correct. And I go sykkel and you're like, You guys can look kusely at any moment. Oh, the weirdest thing. But the word for bicycle in Norway is sykkel. And I understand how this came about, you know, like they brought the British invention over and you guys had to be a bit different and some guy was there, he's like, ta-da. And you guys, well, what is it? He's like, this is a bicycle. And you saw the Norwegians go, well, not anymore. Now it's a sykkel. And you do this with a lot of words. You've done this with, like, the whole language is full of it. What is that over there? That there is a window. Well, not anymore. Now it's a window. So even this I can understand, you know? But don't take this, like, the word for bicycle in the place Sognefjordan, the word for bicycle out there is skravrock. Now, how the fuck do you get a skravrock out of that, right? What do they have, like a retarded, like a skravrock? It means to, like, split legs, slam balls, and rock, right? That's what a bicycle. You got to rock as you scrab means to split your legs, right? Rock means to fuck and slam balls, or slam balls, not a sitte på dass. Do skravrock. Is that? Can you actually do that? Sitte på dass or tie in skravrock? Oh, that is a skravrock. That would actually make more sense in my ears than they go, what did you take a bicycle? That is tragic. It's kind of weird. I also find that I can't really dress. I dress because I think things are cool, and I realize that is just a completely wrong way of dressing here in Norway. Like, I like to wear shoes, like these are leather. I like to wear crocodile shoes because they feel good, the leather's soft and it feels good. And, you know, like, shit in winter, you know, like when the temperature goes down to -30. I dress like a woman, you know, like you girls, you dress like, because you look hot, but, you know, it's fucking useless in minus. How the hell do you go out in -30 with like a mini skirt? Doesn't like your ham sandwich freeze and just boom, boom, and like, how do you manage that? Like, isn't that a normal reaction? You walk out like, oh, clang, you're like, oh no, I dropped my salad there, that's horrible. I don't understand that. It's like, do your nipples freeze as well? So you ping, ping, like, do they just... I never understand it, because my balls fucking freeze solid. They sound like bells when I'm walking down the road. Clang, clang, clang. You know? Don't worry, I didn't actually shoot the crocodile myself. I actually shot a black man that fell on a crocodile, and then, well, you got to do something with the skin. So... I guess that's the problem with me. What I find funny is very different from, I guess, what you Norwegians find funny. Or people in general, actually. I shouldn't just say you guys. Where are you going? Oh, good for you. It works, does it? Yeah. I guess that's the thing, you know, like, what I find funny, what makes me laugh is, like, awkwardness, you know, like, when you get that kind of, like, you know, that to me is funny. And that's my sense of humor, but mostly I find in Norway that's the same we use in Australia is like putting your foot in your mouth, right? Does that make sense? You put your foot in your mouth, like you're saying stuff that you... Like, I'll give an example. I went to the airport to take a flight, and I locked my car, and then without thinking about it, I just put my keys on top of the bag. And then I wheeled my bag like to go through the line to get to the security checks. And I left the keys on top, and I was talking on my phone in English, and I guess the guy out behind me heard that I was from Australia and wanted to have some fun with me. Because when I finished my call, he tapped me on the shoulder and he said, "Oh, you've left your keys on the back." And I turned around, I was like, saw the keys, I'm like, "Oh man, that's awesome, you know, thanks, that saved my life, that would have been a real pain in the ass." And then he was joking with me and he said, "Yeah, because then you'd have to be a real criminal and break into the car, you know, like." That was really funny to him. He was like, "Ha ha ha ha." And now I'm like, "Oh, okay, he wants to have a laugh, and now I want to have fun." And so I'm like, "Yeah," and then I'd have to pay him on a Pakistani and throw a kebab in the car or something. And now he's like really, "Oh." And now inside I'm dying, you know, oh, that was really funny, and it's created a big reaction, you know, like, we call that putting your foot in your mouth, but you say in Norwegian, is it tråkken i salat? Tråkken i salat, right? Which directly translates, "I'm walking in the salad," which I never really understood how that fucking saying came about. How the fuck do you come up with that? Like, sitting there, oh, what? Oh, that guy definitely walked in his salad that day. Like, where the hell does that come from? And then I just heard you got another one, Shaggy i postkassen, isn't it? What the fuck? It's like, can you see that in it? Are you pregnant? No. Oh, you walked in your salad. No, he didn't. He put his beard in the post box. That was way funny. You got a lot of these sayings, and I just fucking love them. My favourite saying in the world in Norwegian is this. It goes over your head, not duck. It's my favourite saying. It goes over your head, not duck. They go over hodet, ikke arm. That's my favourite saying in the world, and you use it all the time. Like, that was a weird thing. Like, things that, like, these sayings, they make perfect sense. Well, of course, he walked in his salad. But when you say things that are a little funny, but that's when you have, like, the embarrassing things, that's when you guys go bananas. Like, this racing car driver, Peter whatever his name is, he came on the news and went, "It's not only, but." And you guys fucking went bananas over this. You're on the front page, he walked in his salad. Did you see him? He put his beard in a post box. That fucking idiot. It definitely went over his head, not duck, you know, like. I never understood this. How am I doing, man? I'm good. I feel I should do a bit more time tonight. Have some fun. Thanks. Kind of nice. I love this country. I've been living here now 8 years. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I moved, as I said, when I first came here, I moved to Namnestad, which is famous for two things. Namnestad's famous for a guy called Björn Dali. Secondly, Namnestad is famous for being the most boring place on the entire planet Earth. It's so boring, you know. We have TV there. We have a choice in channels between NRK N and NRK N because you only get one fucking channel up there. Still. You know, they even have moose up in Namnestad. Moose, you know what moose are, right? Yeah, if I look out my window on a clear day, I can see the moose in Namnestad jamming their horns into the branches of the trees so they can hang themselves, because even they're like, fuck, this place is boring, we just need to die. After a while, they just give up and go stand on the road because that's way easier. Kind of fun. But I'm learning to speak this language, and that's kind of a cool thing. I think everybody goes through a bit of a process when they learn the language, and that's kind of tough, actually, because the thing I get, actually, when I hear you guys speak is what every foreigner does, and that's what everybody says. It sounds like you're singing when you talk. You got this real, like, melody to it, like la 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 la. It's always really positive. You could be saying something serious, like my dog just died and my mum is really sick, but it always goes like, almost like one of the greatest things in the world, you know, like. Even like everything. If you go into the shops, you know, like I go to the shops and buy some milk. There was even a guy that made a song called "A Pig Went Up a Hill" or grisen står på fjell, wasn't it? Like, and that was like the #1 hit in this country for like 2 months. Like, and it was like, grisen står på fjell. Like, and I was like, what's he singing about? Oh, well, it was a pig, and it walked up a hill, and it stood there, and everyone was like, that's fucking awesome. And he was just a farmer writing down his daily activities. He's like, oh, maybe I could sing this. Ding, 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 ding. It's weird because everybody over here goes, no, we don't sing, it's the Swedes. And then you go to Sweden, they're like, no, we don't sing, it's the Norwegians. You both sing, you just sing like in different keys. It's like, you know, you guys go la 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 la. Then you got the Swedes, which are like do 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 la 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 do 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 do. And of course you got the Danish, which is like have a potato. You know, it's kind of weird, yeah. And then I tell you, it was weird. I was sitting around, kind of in a similar place, you know, listening to people talking and stuff. And then I remember suddenly I'd hear words. Suddenly I'd hear a word. And I was like, fuck. Starting to actually understand the Norwegian language. It was awesome. And I remember I started to hear words, and it was kind of the cool thing, learning the language. And I heard 3 words in particular. I'll tell you what they are. The first word I learned in Norwegian was this. That was it. The second word was even better, and that one was, And the third word, and you only use this every now and then, and that's for punctuation, and that one is ufta. And you use these in almost every conversation. You could have been talking to a police officer, you know, have you been drinking today? Do you have a driver's license? I think you need to go to jail. Ufta. Yeah. Maybe you were talking to your girlfriend, you know, were you looking at that other woman? You think she's prettier than I am? We need to talk. Ufta. But then, you know, as time went on, I started to understand more of your language, and I realized I actually had it wrong. There wasn't actually 3 words to the Norwegian language, there was actually only 2. 2 words are all you need to know to speak the Norwegian language, and those 2 words are this, det and den. With those 2 words, you can speak Norwegian, and it works with everything. Like, let me give you an example. Is this a t-shirt? Ja. Det er den. It works with everything. Like, let me use that. Are these jeans? Ja. Det er den. And that is actually all the Norwegian language is those words used in combination. You stand there all day going, are det den? Jo, det er den. Det er det, er det? Det er det, er det det? Jo, det er det. Det er det, det er det, er det det? Jo, er det det? Nej, det er det. Jo, det er det. Yeah. You know what's actually cool is at least here you say det and den. When you get up around Trøndelag, they just go fuck words, they go dirt and den. Sometimes they don't even bother saying anything. You go, are det den? Er det den? I even found out in this country, you guys have got a band called Da Air. And I thought they stood for something like devils, diamonds, and elongated testicles. But no, this was your fucking words. This was you guys going da you da. I even found out that those motherfuckers released a CD called da. Could you imagine being that pimple-faced teenager trying to sell that CD at a store? You know, yo, how do you fuck that. Out of that, you there. Yeah. At least in English we've got to be or not to be. That is the question. What the fuck do you have in Norwegian? Are det den? Er det ikke den? Det er det den. Er det den? Yeah, det er den. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you guys will be fucking awesome. Welcome back after the film. Have a great night. Thank you very much. My name is AJ. Good night!
Det var veldig gøy å se de 2 damene som satt der. Nå visste de at jeg stod bak og så på dem. Så hver gang de lo, så var det sånn. Vi skal ta med oss opp de som fremdeles edre nok til å komme opp på scenen. Ta imot Tommy!